We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! 54!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Coleman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
13. Hey, alert!
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 14 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. From midfield, here's Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll bring up a second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Garoppolo now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown 49ers. Dante Pettis. 62 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on second down. Wentz trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 96 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go. 21, 21. 57, Mike. Mike 57. Let's go. Hey, gun. Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. There to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's a definite.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Now Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Wentz to throw again. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is... And the Niners get there and bring him down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
12. Hey, over. I got this.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, gun.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's incomplete. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And do you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Here we go. Blue 80!
Wentz now on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Here we go. 180! Get that quarterback!
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They run with Breida. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo, and he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Man open. It's Goodwin. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 48 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Wentz going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. 33 yards that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Well, it was a big run that got them down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
11.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
11. I got you. Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Bravo.
To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he finds Howard complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of... a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he slides to avoid the hit. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Back to throw. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that.